yo, welcome back to my channel. So pumped that you are here for this new video because today we are going to be doing a what I ate today video. I've never done one of these before, so I'm super excited. And also, everything in this video is vegan. All of like the meal options, they're all super easy, affordable, like fast things because I don't have time or like skills to make anything crazy or fancy. So like this is stuff that you guys can totally make and like have. You can make it in bulk and save it that way you can eat throughout the week, and it's all delicious. I know I'll get a lot of questions about this, so if you want to know about me being vegan and sort of my philosophy and all of that, you can check it out on my vlog channel. And I also just uploaded a vegan grocery haul on my vlog channel that you guys can go and watch if you want to see sort of all of my vegan groceries that I bought. I'm going to have a link to that down below. So if you are excited for this video, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. And if you are new here, don't forget to click subscribe. That way you get notified every single time that I upload a video. And let's go ahead and get into it.
Tried to break love to science in an act of good defiance. I broke her.
If you guys watch my vlogs, you know that I have avocado toast pretty much every morning for breakfast. I make mine very simply. It's like the basics of avocado toast, but it's absolutely delicious. So obviously, I'm starting by toasting up 2 pieces of whole wheat bread, and then I need to get my avocado ready. This one was so beautiful and green. I was so happy with it. And actually what I do is I just go ahead and dice it up right inside its own skin. So I just go ahead and cut it up in a couple different ways and then just sort of start dicing it. That way it becomes nice and soft. I like mine to be not too chunky and like pretty soft and spreadable. That way I can get it to like spread super nicely over top of my toast. So as you can see, everything is pretty much diced up right inside its shell, and then when my toast is ready, I can go ahead and pull that out of the toaster and throw it onto a plate. And now I'm just grabbing my avocado, and I use 1/2 of an avocado for each piece of toast. I eat 2 every morning. And so I'm just going ahead and spreading that onto each of my slices of toast until it's nice and like smooth and spread down. And after this, I'm going to go ahead and add in some lemon juice, which also helps to really spread it down. And I think this is really yummy. Obviously, you can use a fresh lemon if you have one on hand. I tend just to keep lemon juice on hand because I think it's easier and it lasts longer than lemons, because I don't do this every morning. But it just adds like a nice little tart into the toast. I just think it tastes absolutely delicious when you do this. And then I top it off with some garlic salt, which is my personal favorite topping for avocado toast, but of course you can use whatever you want on top or nothing at all. And now I'm just slicing my toast up. That way it's a little bit easier to eat, and I'm finished. Avocado is seriously so good for you, and lemon juice helps to get your metabolism going in the morning. So I think this is a really great breakfast. It always fills me up, and it's super fast and easy to make. It's also really easy to bring with you. So if you need to eat on your way to work or school or wherever you're heading in the morning, this is a really easy thing to make and bring with you. So for this salad, we are making our own homemade salad dressing. I found this recipe online, but I did alter it a little bit based off of what I had. So I did 1/2 cup of olive oil and then 1/3 cup of water. And then I just added in some honey and some garlic powder for a little bit of flavor. And then finally some spinach just to give it a little bit of oomph. And I'm throwing that in a blender and blending that up until it becomes nice and thick. I probably should have added a little bit more spinach into mine to thicken it up a little bit more, but that's okay. As you can see, I also added some vegan ranch in there just for a little bit of extra flavor because I thought it'd be yummy. And it's going to become a slightly thicker, like yummy green salad dressing that's totally vegan. And you can make huge jars of this and just keep it in your fridge for a salad dressing to have on hand. I actually think that this would also work super well on pastas. So yeah, I definitely recommend just making a ton of it and storing it somewhere. Now for our actual salad, I am using 1/2 a cucumber for my salad, and I make big salads, that way I'll have leftovers and I can just eat them throughout the week. So I am chopping up a ton of cucumber here into smaller bite-sized pieces. Basically, just chop them up until I felt like they were ready to go. And then I also added some carrot into my salad. Basically, I use whatever I happen to have on hand. I actually forgot to add tomatoes into the salad. Normally, I will add them in, and I actually have them in my fridge. I just sort of forgot. It just slipped my mind. So I'm just chopping up some carrots and finally some broccoli as well. Broccoli is like one of my favorite things in the world. So I'm just slicing that up into smaller bite-sized pieces. And now it is time to actually toss our salad. So I'm using arugula in my salad, which is my personal favorite kind of leafy green, but you can use whatever you want. And so I just put a little bit into some Tupperware, and then I add some dressing on top and mix that up. And I just continue to sort of layer the dressing and the salad. That way I can make sure that everything gets like a nice even layer of salad dressing. Salad dressing is so delicious, especially this one tasted so good. So I definitely like to make sure that all of my salad gets nice and covered. And once I have that, I'll go ahead and just throw that into a bowl, however much I want to eat right then. And then I just add in my veggies. So I did a little bit of broccoli, my carrots, and my cucumbers, and any extra veggies that I had that I chopped, I'll just throw into my Tupperware. And then I like to add an extra drizzle of salad dressing and some poppy seeds on top, and finally some shredded vegan cheese. And here's the finished salad. This is seriously so delicious. That homemade dressing that we made was so good. I highly recommend giving that a try. Plus, making your own dressing was actually sort of fun. I'd never really done it before until I found that recipe. This just tastes so yummy. You can make it in bulk, like I said, and keep it in your fridge and eat it throughout the week for lunch or dinner. It's really easy to prep ahead of time. That way you can just grab it and go.
Trying hard not to fall.
I am so excited about this dinner recipe. This was seriously like so delicious. So I'm just starting by chopping up some tomatoes and some carrots. Normally I would use cherry tomatoes. Unfortunately, I didn't have any on hand. I actually thought that these were cherry tomatoes when I grabbed them in the store, and it turned out that they weren't. But that's okay. These were still really yummy and good to work with. So as I mentioned, I'm cutting up my tomatoes and my carrots and just making them nice and bite-sized. That way we can saute them up. And here is the finished vegetables. You can obviously add whatever sorts of veggies you want into there. You can do onions as well, or maybe some peppers, really whatever you want. And now we are moving over to the stove, and I'm starting with some olive oil and then throwing my veggies in there, and I'm just going to start sauteing them until it really starts to sizzle and heat up, and you're going to start to see the tomatoes wilting a little bit, which is really great because you want that juice to get in there. And now I'm going to add in some pesto. You can obviously make your own homemade pesto. I found vegan pesto at Whole Foods. I will have the brand down in the description. And now I'm just adding in some squash pasta, which I also just got at Whole Foods. And I'm just starting to mix that together. I added in a little bit more pesto on top and some garlic salt just to give it a little bit more seasoning and flavor and really get that sauce going in there. And the last thing that I added in was just a little bit of water because I wanted those noodles to really soften up. So the water just sort of evaporated or dissolved into the noodles and really made them nice and soft. I mean, they weren't too soft. It still had a little bit of crunch to it, which was great, but it definitely softened them up a little bit more. And so once that is totally mixed together, you can go ahead and pull that off the stove and throw it into whatever bowl you're going to be eating out of. And then lastly, I just added some vegan Parmesan cheese on top. And here's the finished dinner. This was seriously so delicious. I was so happy with the way this came out, and it's super healthy because you're using squash pasta instead of regular pasta, and it seriously does taste the same. It tasted just like normal old pasta. This was such a yummy recipe, and I highly recommend giving this a try, and if you do, please don't forget to send me a picture. This was like my favorite one in this video. So good.
Every time, yeah, why do you try to deny when you show up?
And lastly, after dinner, I just want a little snack or like sort of dessert type thing. So I'm just taking a rice cake and putting some peanut butter on there and then sprinkling on some vegan chocolate chips on top. And that's it for this one. This is so easy to make. Obviously, it's like 1 second and super yummy if you want a little treat or a snack after dinner, just something sweet. I have such a sweet tooth, so I absolutely love doing this when I want a little treat. And that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Also, if you enjoyed this style of video, please let me know down in the comment section. I would love to make more for you guys because I had a really fun time actually making this video and editing it and all of that. But I want to make sure that you guys like it, duh. So like, let me know down in the comments. And also you can check me out on all of my social media, Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, all of that stuff will be linked down below as well. And don't forget to check out my latest video and my latest vlog, and they'll both be linked on the screen now. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!